guys, this is Crypto with James talking to you today about Wanchain. Now, Wanchain was one of the most hyped projects in all of crypto at one point. Legitimately, that is true. And they've not really lived up to expectations. So we want to take a look at really what's happened on Wanchain's development front, which isn't bad, and where can it go. Now, before I get into any of that, if you are new to this channel, these are the first 26 coins that I spoke about on this channel. They're the first ones I did videos about. In those videos, I said, look, these are quality cryptos. I'm buying them up. And you can see what the prices were when I recorded the videos and released them. You can see what the highs they hit in the 2021 bull cycle were. So if you'd put in $100 into each of these coins when I released the videos about them, say you sold them in the 2021 bull cycle, which is what I did, $100 into each, a $2,600 investment would have netted you a profit of around about 123 grand. Pretty good. Now, like I said, I sold these. They're not what I own. But if you do actually want to see the cryptos that I own right now, the ones I've been buying up in this bear cycle, then go over to copymycrypto.com and read that site. On copymycrypto.com, I share the coins that I own with my members. Anytime I buy a coin, the members are made aware. Anytime I sell a coin and bank profits, the members are made aware. We actually do a ton of other things beyond that. You know, we release videos every day talking about the markets. We've got tutorials set up. We've got other stuff. But we've got thousands of members, and most of them have joined because they want to simply copy along. They want to take the work and the research element out of their crypto investing. And here's the reality. If you want to be successful in crypto investing, it's going to take 10, 15, 20,000 hours worth of research all the time. Like every day, you've got to do it. And that is a big ask. You might not have the time. You might not have the energy. You might not be asked. If any of those apply to you, then Copy My Crypto could be exactly what you need, because it's all I do. I spend every waking hour looking at the markets, looking at the charts, finding cryptos. I found two recently. Added them to my portfolio literally 10 days ago. They've already both coins went up 50% in price in 10 days. One of them I think is a hell of a shot of a 100x coin as well. High risk, but I think it can do it. If you want to find out about it, go read the site. But if you want to take the work out of crypto investing, this could be for you. Literally, you can see exactly what I'm holding. I let you know anytime I make any changes, but you can copy along, make the same profits I do. If that sounds good to you, go read the site now. Okay, let's get into Wanchain. So currently priced at 27 cents. So Wanchain, if you're unfamiliar, right, this is the single most hyped crypto in 2017, 2018. It was actually like it was an ICO. I think the ICO price was 35 cents off the top of my head. Within a couple of days of launch, it banged up to like $8. So it done about $9 basically. It done about 30x off of ICO price. So people made a lot. It was nice. It was a quick flip, effectively, for so many people. And then just Jesus Christ, you know, it has. And it did, you know, to be fair, it launched after the bull cycle had ended in 2018. So I would make the argument it's actually only been through one bull cycle, which is this one. But that is a long-term downtrend. You cannot argue that. Now, Wanchain is a DLT that allows for cross-chain transactions and interoperability of lots of different chains. And it also has its standalone blockchain as well that runs autonomously. Now, transactions on Wanchain do not only occur between different blockchains, but between private chains as well. So as an Ethereum fork, Wanchain enjoys a ton of the properties that Ethereum has. The protocols securely and autonomously processes applications via smart contract. The use cases for Wanchain include DEXs, lending and borrowing platforms, stablecoins, crowdfunding, multi-currency payments, settlements. The platform is totally decentralized. It requires no custodian party to manage or confirm transactions. They don't rely on a third-party platform to authenticate transactions either. The locked account mechanism is used to secure and manage the accounts on the network and eliminate third-party interferences. It was founded by Jack Liu, who's headquartered in Beijing, China, and Austin, Texas. Before Wanchain, he was the co-founder and CTO at Factom. If you're unfamiliar with Factom, Factom was a crypto back in the day. Actually had a partnership with Microsoft at one point. But it's just died a death, Factom. It was, but it was like being utilized by parts of the US government as well. Lini, as well, is the VP of Operations. He's also experienced in marketing, business development, sales. Worked at ZTE, Supermap Software, and Delta Electronics. And you also have Weijia Zhang, who's the VP of Engineering, and was also a principal software engineer at Dell. Now, and has over 20 pending and granted tech patents. Jesus. So, Wanchain right now, knocking around, what is it, 60? Is it 60? No, that's way more than 94% of the supply is out, which is good. Like, I always like to see that. That means less likely that there's going to be some millions of coins landing on the market, being dumped by VCs or early investors. Now, Wanchain. Look, decentralized blockchain interoperability, that's sort of their goal. Here's the reality. This is a focal point for, like, a focus for a lot of different cryptos. Polkadot probably being by far and away the lead in this sector. Wanchain actually formed a partnership called the Blockchain Alliance, I believe, and I think that was them, Icon, and I want to say Ion. I think it was Ion as well. But Ion since discontinued their project, which is why it's like dropped basically 99.99% of its value. But Wanchain had the alliance with Icon, which I don't know if I presume that's still going. I guess Ion just dropped off. And Icon's like the OG of interoperability as well. So Wanchain, that is its focus. They have a ton of bridges up and running now. Like the amount of bridges on Wanchain is pretty staggering. If we just take a look, bridge 1, as you can see, so it doesn't matter where you're at. Like, you can decide which. So say I wanted to move USDT. You can see the chains, so it could be from one chain, for the love of God, it could be from one chain to any of these, and the bridge works really, really well, really, really smoothly. There's no issues with it whatsoever. It's a good feature that they've got, and it pushes the interoperability element. They also have their own DeFi stuff, so they've got one swap, one lend. One lend is actually a good decentralized lending platform. It's worth a look. They also have Auto Farm, which is like a cross-chain yield aggregator. So effectively, it's like a 1-inch version of a farming system. It's like an aggregate. It's an aggregator. So 1-inch is like the DEX aggregator in crypto. So this is their Auto Farm, which is a yield aggregator. So it finds you the best yield so that you earn as well as you can. They also have some GameFi stuff. They've got Zookeeper, they've got Jackspot. And they've got an NFT marketplace, but everyone at this point has an NFT goddamn marketplace. I mean, it's mental. They've got a few financial tools as well, for trading and for dollar cost averaging. And they've got their explorers. But as of right now, and they do have Web3 domains. Now, I can't see a huge clamoring for that unless Wanchain ends up doing something spectacular. The reality is that I'm not seeing any evidence that they're going to. Wanchain, they have done a lot of bridges. They have started getting things up and running. They've got side chains up and running. They've got interoperability with Cardano now. The team are out there, and the team. One thing that I do like about Wanchain in particular, I think the team are very, very good at being communicative with the community, and that really does matter. Like, you want to see community updates. The majority of people that are invested in a project are retail investors. That's just a reality. So be tell them what's going on, because they lose interest, they stop, then they'll sell their investment. So talking with these people, talking with the people that have invested in your project matters. And Wanchain are really good at that. Really, really good at that. They've done tons. And here's an update from just yesterday. And it was their 2023 roadmap. So they're saying blockchain interoperability, zero-knowledge proofs, heterogeneous network integrations, cross-chain messaging, side chains and layer 2 networks, X-stake and expanding. Now here's the thing. They add in some layer 2 networks, increase the throughput, and they're looking good. They need to grow, though. Their ecosystem's small. For me, that's their weakness as of right now. They've got two weaknesses. Number one is, look, they're in a long-term downtrend. Now you can change that, but it's friggin' hard. You've got to get people to invest in you, which means you've got to go, guys, look at what we're doing. And that's something Wanchain do, but I haven't seen a ton of marketing from Wanchain. I've seen solid updates on Telegram, on Twitter, right? But I'm not seeing stuff in terms of advertising, in terms of marketing. That's where they've got to go with that. They've got to get seen more. That trading volume is piss poor on a daily basis. That's really weak trading volume. So you've got to get people thinking about this project, learning about this project, knowing about it. And if they do, they can draw in new users, new investors. They also need a bigger ecosystem. They need to grow that DeFi. One lend is good. Auto Farm is actually good. But beyond that, they ain't really got much. They need to push that. That DeFi section needs to grow. And maybe they can do something. But right now, I would limit their success to about $2 in terms of price growth. That puts it at a 400 mil market cap. That's basically an 8x from where it is. Can it do that? Yeah, it can do that. But if they're going to do anything more than that, they've got to go heavy on marketing. They've got to go heavy on marketing. They've got to go heavy on incentivizing developers to come. Give them some goddamn grants to come build. Give them something, give them a reason to come and build with you. My concern with Wanchain is they are not gonna market effectively, and they're not going to grow that DeFi. They need to grow DeFi, they need to grow GameFi, and they need to market. And if they do those things, they can break the pattern. Because at the moment, the pattern ends up being with all cryptos is if they are in a long-term downtrend, they don't tend to break any previous high after they're in a long-term downtrend. That's what it is in. So its big job is getting above like $2.30, which is its most recent high from the last bull cycle. If it gets above there, then we could see this do something special potentially. But it's a big ask. We've got to get, but that doesn't happen. Look through the history of some of these cryptos that have been around 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Those ones in a long-term downtrend, they don't all of a sudden just break a previous high. It's nigh on impossible. So that's their job. Market, grow DeFi, grow GameFi, and then keep doing the things that they're doing really well, like communicate to the community. That they're doing that phenomenally well. And maybe they can break the high of 2021, but I don't think they can. I mean, my logic is that they'll probably only go up to about $2. Probably go up to a price a little less than what their previous high was. So I'd say $2. Yeah. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you are a return viewer, hit the subscribe button. These videos are going to make you money. Don't miss them. Simple. And last thing, if you want to see the coins that I own right now, the ones I have been buying up in the bear cycle, go over to copymycrypto.com and read the site. Every single thing on that site is public record. So you can verify everything you read. You can go through the old videos on this channel and verify it all. CopperMyCrypto.com is where I share the coins I'm in, the ones I've been buying up. Anytime I buy a coin, I let the members know. Anytime I sell a coin, I let the members know. We've got thousands of members. A lot of them have joined to simply copy along and make the same gains I do. Because they don't want to do or can't do, the 10, 15, 20,000 hours worth of reading that is required to be successful. And if you don't have the time, the energy, or the give a shit enough to do the reading, then this could be the site for you. Because like I said, I share every coin I'm in. Literally 2 coins 10 days ago added into the portfolio, both of them up 50% in 10 days. One of them I think is 100x, so high risk, but I think it can do it. So if you want to learn about that, which has really recently been added, still really low market cap, then go read the site now. And if you like it, maybe I'll see you there. And yeah, take care guys. Hope you have a lovely day. Take it easy.